Okay, everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are continuing with the same problem which we left in the previous class. Let's discuss after the relative molecular mass. Let's discuss. So now we have to calculate the N. I've told you in the previous session that we have to calculate the N. Now, if you have not watched my previous session, just go on my channel and you can watch the previous session on mole concept and stoichiometry. So what is this N? N is actually, see, all of this you have to just remember, nothing is there conceptual. Okay, so molecular weight upon empirical mass. Okay, this is the formula of N. So relative molecular mass is actually the molecular weight. The same, both are the same thing. Okay, the words are different, but it is the same thing. Molecular weight, both are the same thing. Okay, so now, do we know molecular weight? Yes, we know it's 88. We have just calculated. Do we know the empirical mass? Yes, we do know. What is the empirical mass? It's 44. So 88 upon 44. Let's cancel it out. What we'll be getting? We'll get 2. Isn't it? Yes, very good, guys. Now, this 2 is actually N. Now the molecular formula is on our fingertips. Let's calculate it. So in the place of MF, we'll just write MF, that is molecular formula. Empirical formula, we all know what is the empirical formula which we got? C2H4O, isn't it? This was the empirical formula which we got into yes. N. What is N? N is 2. Yeah. So let's multiply everything by 2. So what do we have to do basically?
C4H8O.
Yeah, we have to multiply everything by 2. So that will be equal to C4H8O. Okay, yes. So that will be C4H8O2. And that is the molecular formula. And we are done with the question. And we have got how many marks? Do you all know how many marks it was? It
5.
was for, yeah, it was for 5 to 6 marks. Okay, so that's a huge amount of marks, and that you have got just by remembering some formulas. So just to give you a summary, what do we have to remember in this? We have to just remember, first of all, we have to remember the table. So in the table, what do we have to write? In the table, we have to first write the element, then the percentage composition. This was given, and then we have to write the atomic mass. And how do we know that we have to write all this? This is already given in the question. Na? In the question, first of all, they gave the name of the element. So write the names. They then gave the percentage, that 54.4% was carbon. Write the percentage. At the last, they gave the atomic mass. So write the atomic mass after that. Nothing is there. But write in the same order. Otherwise, if you write this first, then what will you do? You will divide atomic mass by percentage composition. That will be a huge blunder. The whole calculation will go wrong, isn't it? Then what do we have to do? We will divide both these and we'll get a ratio. That will be atomic ratio. Okay. And then we'll get, then what we'll do? We'll take out the least value from this. Least value we'll take out from the whole atomic ratio, isn't it? And we'll do what? In the simple ratio section, we'll divide the answer of this by least value. Understood? That was a summary of the table. Okay, let's now come to the next thing. Next, what you have to remember, empirical formula you will find out on your own. We have to remember RMM, that is relative molecular mass, equals to 2 into velocity density, vapor density. I always do this mistake of pronouncing it as velocity density. I'm sorry. So vapor density. Okay. Now, next formula which you have to remember is that you have to MF is actually equal to empirical formula into N. In the question, immediately when you see that in the question it's written that calculate the MF, that is molecular formula, immediately this formula should click in your mind. Okay, that it is equals to the molecular formula into N. And N is what? N is empirical, no, N is relative molecular mass upon empirical mass. Okay, these things should click in your mind immediately. Okay, is it clear up till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good class. So this was a solution of the first question. Most of the question solution. So here is the question: a compound with empirical formula AB2. The compound is anonymous. Two elements are there in the compound. One element is A and one element is B. They have the velocity density, okay, that's vapor density, I'm sorry, which is equals to empirical mass or empirical formula weight. Both are the same thing. Now we have to find the molecular formula. So you all know the molecular formula, as whenever immediately the thing must click in your mind that what is molecular formula? Molecular formula equals to what? Empirical formula into N. And what is N? N is actually equal to molecular mass upon empirical mass. Very good, Rajat. So let's write the solution. So solution to this question is, first of all, we know that empirical formula is given as what? AB2. Okay. Empirical mass will be what? Tell me. Empirical mass will be 1 plus this will be 2, isn't it? That is clear now. Yes, that will be 3. Yeah, this is clear because it's not given, the molecular weight is not given, so write it like this. Now we have to write the vapor density. Why? Because vapor density is what actually? It's, tell me what? I've told you the formula earlier only. Vapor density is what?
Molecular weight over empirical mass.
Yeah, yeah. So that is 3 here. Now, molecular mass, everybody knows. See, in this question, it's given that vapor density is equal to its empirical formula weight or empirical mass. So empirical mass equals to vapor density, okay? Because in the question, it's given empirical mass equals to vapor density. That's why it's equal to 3. Is it clear? Now, I've told you one formula that molecular mass equals to what? 2 into vapor density. Yes, 2 into vapor density. What is vapor density? It's 3 here, so it will come 6. Now we have got this 6. Now we have to calculate the N. What is N? What is N? N is molecular mass upon empirical mass. So molecular mass is 6. Empirical mass is what? 3. So that will be 2. Yes. Whole mathematics we are studying. Now, molecular formula is what? Empirical formula into N. That is what? AB2 into 2.
A to B.
That will be what? A2B4. And you have scored your 5 marks here. Very important question and a very tricky question. It's not very difficult. It's very, very easy. But the thing which is there is the students get scared after seeing such a question, that and it is equal to that and we have to calculate the MF. How will we calculate? No value is given, no element is given. How on earth we'll calculate the molecular formula of AB2? So that's very simple. If you know the formulas, it's such a basic formula. But the twist here is, which you have to understand, that is that empirical mass will be equal to 1 plus 2 only, okay? That must have not clicked into your mind in the beginning, yes, but make sure that whenever you Google AB2, right? So what you have to do, you have to just calculate the empirical mass by adding the number of them, okay? A is 1 and B is 2, okay? This is clear. So here we come to the end of the chapter. Mole concept and stoichiometry. Mole concept, no concept is known to you. Stoichiometry, nothing is known to you. But then also we'll say that we are done with the chapter because it's there in the syllabus. Only this part is there in the syllabus. Let's take a look at the syllabus and we'll come to know that we have done everything. That was all in the syllabus. We have done everything. So that was all in the syllabus. viewers, we have done everything. That's the end of the chapter. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and share it among